Wealth is a story as old as civilization itself. It shaped empires, toppled dynasties, and built the world we know. But wealth isn't just numbers or gold, it's ambition, power, and the drive to leave a mark. Imagine ancient Rome bustling markets, coins stamped with emperors, fortunes changing hands. Now picture one person controlling a huge slice of that economy. For the richest in history, wealth was a force, building armies, funding expeditions, and erecting monuments that still stand. Their influence stretched far beyond their lifetimes. This isn't just a list of rich people, it's a journey into what it means to be wealthy. We'll meet legends who shaped history, from conquerors to innovators. Their riches let them travel, expand their reach, and change the world. As we move through time, the meaning of wealth evolves, from land and gold to stocks and data. We'll cross continents and centuries, from African deserts to European counting houses, from the Industrial Revolution to the digital age. But the human drive remains, to build, to create, to leave a legacy. This is the story of how immense fortune, paired with ambition, changed history. Let's begin our journey through the ages of wealth. The echoes of ancient coins still shape our world today. Our story starts in ancient Rome with Marcus Licinius Crassus. Crassus wasn't as famous as Caesar, but his wealth was legendary. He saw opportunity in chaos, especially in Rome's frequent fires. While others panicked, Crassus created Rome's first fire brigade. But his help came at a price. His men would only put out fires after he bought the burning property, often for a pittance. He rebuilt, rented, and profited, turning disaster into fortune. Crassus's schemes made him richer than the Roman Republic itself. With his wealth he funded armies, influenced politics, and joined forces with Caesar and Pompey in the First Triumvirate. Money was his power, but ambition was his downfall. Craving military glory, he led a disastrous campaign against Parthia. His fortune paid for the army but couldn't save him from defeat and death. Crassus's story is a lesson. Wealth can build empires, but it can't buy wisdom. His legacy, the power and peril of seeing opportunity where others see only crisis. In Rome, money could move mountains, but it could also lead to ruin. Crassus reminds us, fortune favors the bold, but not always the wise. His journey set the stage for how wealth would shape history. Next, we travel to 14th century Mali and meet Mansa Musa. His empire controlled half the world's gold and salt. Gold was so common it was almost ordinary, until Musa's legendary journey. In 1324, he set out on the Hajj to Mecca, leading a caravan of thousands and camels loaded with gold. His generosity in Cairo was so lavish, it crashed the local economy for years. Suddenly, the world took notice. Mali appeared on European maps, and Musa became a legend. But his journey wasn't just about display. He returned with scholars and architects, transforming Mali into a center of learning. Cities like Timbuktu flourished with new mosques and universities. Musa's wealth built a golden age of culture and knowledge. He showed the world that Africa was a source of immense riches and innovation. His legacy? Wealth used not just for power, but to build a lasting civilization. Mansa Musa's journey changed how the world saw Africa, and how Africa saw itself. His story is proof. Fortune can shape the destiny of nations. The Golden King's legacy still glimmers in history. Wealth, when shared, can build more than empires. It can build enlightenment. Now to Renaissance Europe, where money, not crowns, ruled. Enter the Fugger family of Augsburg, led by Jakob Fugger, the Rich. Starting in textiles, Jakob moved into mining and, crucially, banking. He lent vast sums to kings and emperors, gaining control over silver and copper mines. The Fuggers' network spanned Europe, moving money and information faster than anyone else. They financed royal elections, funded the Pope's Swiss Guard, and could make or break rulers. Their offices in Venice, Rome, and Antwerp made them international power brokers. The Fuggers invented modern banking, new accounting, letters of credit, and liquid wealth. Their influence marked a shift from feudal land to dynamic capital. They showed that commoners with intelligence and ambition could outpower royalty. The Fugger story is the dawn of capitalism, where information, trust, and networks matter most. Their legacy, the rise of finance as a force that could shape nations. The Fuggers proved, in the right hands, money could be mightier than any crown. Europe would never be the same. The age of the banker had begun. Fast forward to the 19th century, an era of steel, steam, and staggering fortunes. The Industrial Revolution created a new breed, the industrial titan. Men like Andrew Carnegie and Cornelius Vanderbilt built empires in steel and railroads. Their businesses didn't just make money, they built the infrastructure of modern life. Railroads connected continents, steamships shrank oceans, and factories transformed cities. Their wealth was built on relentless work and ruthless competition. They were hailed as captains of industry and condemned as robber barons. Their influence was global, their decisions affecting millions. But many became philanthropists, giving away fortunes to build libraries, schools, and foundations. Carnegie's Gospel of Wealth argued that the rich should use their fortunes for the public good. The industrial titan's legacy is complex, harsh business, but lasting generosity. They showed that wealth could build institutions for generations. The world they built still shapes our lives. The age of industry proved fortune could change not just lives, but the very landscape of the world. Their story is a blueprint for modern ambition and responsibility. The industrial titans redefined what it meant to be rich. Their mark endures in steel, stone, and philanthropy. Among the titans, John D. Rockefeller stands apart. He didn't invent oil, but he mastered its industry. Starting as a bookkeeper, Rockefeller saw order in chaos. He built Standard Oil, focusing on refining and ruthless efficiency. He bought out rivals, cut costs, and made secret deals with railroads. By the 1880s, Standard Oil controlled 90% of U.S. refining. A true multinational giant. Rockefeller's ships carried oil worldwide, lighting homes from America to Asia. His influence was global, his methods aggressive. Yet, like Carnegie, he turned to philanthropy, systematically giving away his fortune. He founded the University of Chicago and the Rockefeller Foundation, fighting disease and advancing science. At his peak, his wealth equaled nearly 2% of the U.S. economy. Rockefeller's life is a study in contrasts: ruthless businessman, visionary philanthropist. His actions shaped industries, science, and global health. The Standard Oil model became the blueprint for modern corporations. Rockefeller proved that controlling an industry could change the world. His legacy is everywhere, from medicine to education to the global energy market. The architect of oil left a world forever transformed. Wealth, wielded with vision, can illuminate the globe. Rockefeller's story is a lesson in power, ambition, and the responsibility that comes with fortune. His influence endures in every corner of the modern world. Today, wealth is built on information, not industry. The digital revolution gave rise to tech titans: Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Jeff Bezos, who started in garages and changed the world. Their fortunes grew at unprecedented speed, built on code, networks, and global reach. Their platforms connect billions, shrinking the world in ways railroads never could. Their influence is economic and cultural. They shape how we work, shop, and communicate. Many, like Gates, have turned to philanthropy, tackling global health and education with data-driven precision. This new generation sees wealth as a tool for global change. Their journeys are digital, their reach invisible but immense. The tech billionaire is a new kind of global power. Their story is still unfolding, but their impact is already everywhere. The age of information has rewritten the rules of fortune. The story of wealth is no longer just Western. In recent decades, Asia has risen. China and India now create billionaires at breakneck speed. Globalization and technology fuel this shift, enabling entrepreneurs like Jack Ma and Mukesh Ambani to build empires. Their companies drive new markets, build infrastructure, and serve billions. Projects like China's Belt and Road Initiative are reshaping global trade and travel. Wealth is now more distributed, creating a multipolar world. The journey of fortune is global. East and West, old and new, this new wealth funds massive projects, fuels tourism, and sparks competition and collaboration. The narrative of riches is now a tapestry of stories from every continent. The future of wealth is being written by many hands. The world map of fortune has been redrawn. The age of global billionaires has arrived. Across millennia, wealth has shaped our world and our dreams. From Crassus to Mansa Musa, Rockefeller to Gates, each fortune reflects our ambitions and flaws. The methods change: fire, gold, steel, data, but the drive endures. Great fortunes enable journeys of conquest, discovery, and philanthropy. They let a few reshape the world for better or worse. Their legacies are complex: innovation and generosity, but also power and inequality. Their stories force us to ask, what is the responsibility of the wealthy? How should fortune serve society? The answers evolve, but the questions remain. The story of wealth is still being written, with new fortunes and new challenges. By learning from the past, we can shape a future where wealth benefits all. The journey of fortune is a mirror, reflecting who we are and who we might become. The next chapter is ours to write.